The new Google Earth is quite different from the Google Earth from the past, which is what the assignment instructions were based on. However, I decided to continue forward with this assignment for reasons which I mentioned in my comment section of this assignment submission, but also because I think that this is a really valuable lesson plan for elementary school students. This lesson specifically refers to third graders, but I wanted to still adapt it to meet their needs. And so I'll begin with sharing some of my locations. I chose 3 locations for my lesson plan, and what we're doing is we're looking at the relationship between the geography and the physical characteristics of a location and the human population. And so I chose 3 different places in San Sebastian, Spain, Mumbai, India, and Windhoek, Namibia. So if we go to one of these locations, I've turned the map. I've done custom map viewing so that students aren't seeing all of the 3D buildings and everything, but instead can see the landscape and also these latitudinal and longitudinal lines, so they can get a better sense of the location itself and its physical attributes. So in this assignment, students will be interacting with Google Maps. They will be measuring distances from the locations to the water and other things such as that. They can also measure distances between each point, and there's going to be a lot of freedom for students to choose what they want to do as they explore and discover the physical attributes of each location. So you'll see that I have one place mark. This is a little park that is south of the capital of Namibia that I want students to be aware of. And so students will look at this and they'll take into account the distance between these cities and the water, and they can zoom in and see that there's a little oasis up here, so they can find the distance here as well to this water and be able to decide if they think this is a highly populated and densely populated area or not, especially in comparison to the other 2 locations. I'll just show you one more with Mumbai. Again, students can find the distance between here as well as the distance to the coast, since water is one of the main physical features that we are focusing on in this lesson plan. And another amazing thing that students can do is as they click on different things, there comes up pictures and other information. Students can learn about these cities and these locations and explore other nearby cities as well as they zoom in and they want to learn more about this national forest or what it looks like. Then they can go through and look at all of the pictures. I will also have aids through instructional videos and other pictures that I found and think would be helpful, which I have uploaded on my Google Docs submission. After students have explored the places that I've asked them to and hypothesized what they think the population density of each place and ranked those 3 places, then students will be able to actually go and research to find out if they were right or wrong and hypothesize why there might be higher density, higher population density or lower population density. But then after that, students will have an opportunity to choose for themselves different places that they want to learn about. And so if a student knows that there's a very high population in Beijing, for example, they can go to Beijing and look at all of these physical characteristics that they've been working on to this point and try to determine why they think there's a higher population density in Beijing than in other places like Namibia, for example. And so students can create their own maps and their own places and add it to their own folder here of bookmarks, and that will enable them to be more creative with the technology as well.